Hi, how are you? So, this is the first time I'm just doing a video recording. So, I would like to give you a overview on the incremental and the historical data load from Excel to Tableau. So, a kind of a scenario where a particular dashboard need to be created using SQL, MS SQL, Excel as a data source. So it was expected to have one Excel file that having historical data. The frequency of that is by monthly. The other transaction file, which is provided via Excel sheet as a daily feed. So the problem is that when we have a lesser or minimum data, so that is fine. We can take that as a data source extract and make use of those file, and we can combine those things with a common column and create a dashboard with Tableau, and we can just create an extract and then publish it to Tableau server, and we can make use of that. The scenario is that on a over a period of time, there is a potential issue might be the volume of the data is growing uh, more and more on day. So Excel data source with having huge data is not a viable option to continue that. And one more thing is the transaction Excel file is expected to have an incremental load. So with the Tableau, either we can do full refresh of both the incremental load as well as for the transaction file, and for historical data, the master file, which we will do once in a month. So with respect to historical file, we are doing once in a month. There is no issues with respect to the transaction file, which we are expected to have the incremental load. So in sense, whatever the data which is run in the previous day, that need to maintain the historical of the data, and whatever the data which is an update to the existing record that need to be updated. So in that case, the incremental load is not an option. We cannot do it with the reporting tool with the Tableau. So if you go with the Tableau prep also, you can do full load, or you can't do the incremental load. So for that, there is an option. We have SQLite. With the SQLite, what you can do is you can create a two table, and you can load the two Excel sheet into the two table, and you can make a join on that, and you can make use of that the final set as your data source. So whatever may be your the data volume, if it is in higher, you can maintain in the table itself. You will have the history data, and versus the transaction data also you can maintain other table. You can have the incremental load CDC you can able to do in the backend itself. And the final table would be your consolidated table. So that will the final table used by your dashboard. So the performance wise is much greater than what you're supposed to do when you are directly getting the data from the Excel sheet. So this would be one viable, and SQLite is a open source database, and we can make use of that. And we have tested it, and it was fine, and the performance is pretty good, much faster than any tool. I'm just showing that how it is for your understanding. You can see this. You can see this. This is a screenshot, and you can see 34 millions and 900 records, which is loaded into SQL table, which is less than 2.5 minutes. So with having the transaction table create a table in a SQLite. So with that SQLite, that will take care of your incremental load for the transaction table, and for the master table, that is the your monthly feed in a table. You can make a join on the both of the team and create a table called the master base one, where you will have both all these thing, the insert into the member base final table, and you can select all this from the with the necessary join. This will be your reporting table, and you can make use of that. And this is a use case that I described, how it is much a viable and approachable way to do this requirement. Thank you.